And what is going on, everybody? My name is Travis, and welcome to SF Bay Area Sports Talk, and welcome to NFL Divisional Playoff Weekend. The Buffalo Bills have defeated the Baltimore Ravens 17-3, and the Bills are advancing to their first AFC Championship game since the 1993 season. What an exciting time if you're a Bills fan right now, and what a game this was. I mean, it was crazy. At the end of this game, fans in the stands were taking their shirt off in freezing cold weather. I mean, they are crazy out there in Buffalo in a good way. What a game this was. And before I get into it, wanted to say quick prayers and my thoughts go out to Lamar Jackson, who did unfortunately suffer a concussion tonight. He had to leave the game early. So praying for a speedy recovery for Lamar Jackson and that he's going to be at 110% ready to go for next season. And let's get right into it. Welcome in, everyone, to the post-game show. We got Matthew Navarro. So great to see you. Says, not surprised. Bills been looking red hot this year. Absolutely. They have been just one of the hottest teams in football. And, I mean, we saw it firsthand ourselves when we went up against Buffalo. I mean, that game, you know, for them to put up the type of numbers they did against our defense, which ranked 5th in the NFL in team defense overall. So, you know, this Bills team I would not be surprised if they run the table all the way. And they were my prediction to win the Super Bowl before the playoffs started. I predicted Buffalo against Green Bay. So we will see if that is going to happen. And what a great game by Josh Allen, just continuing to put up really phenomenal games. And today he completes 23 of 37 passes for 206 yards with 1 passing touchdown. We got Hero Austin. Welcome in to the show. I hope Lamar Jackson is okay. And yeah, we are keeping our prayers and thoughts and doing all we can to that. You know, praying for fast, speedy recovery for Lamar Jackson. And, you know, it's just tough. I mean, you know, for this to happen, it's just horrible. I mean, you know, in a game like this, the biggest game of the year. And so it's just tough when these things happen. You know, sometimes it could be, you know, it's out of our control. What, you know, you go out, play as hard as you can, and, you know, then you go from there. We got CG Bully. Welcome in to the show. I am doing very well. Hope you're doing well tonight and hope everyone's doing great. We are breaking down this one, and what an exciting divisional playoff weekend it is. Doesn't get any better than this right now if you're a football fan, with the, you know, games on tap, and then with Super Wildcard Weekend last weekend. And yeah, you know, looking at this game, I mean, let's talk about the biggest play of the game, which was Taron Johnson's 101-yard interception return. I mean, are you kidding me? At that point in the game, Bills were holding on to a 7-point lead, 10-3. Is about, you know, a minute left in the third quarter. It was 3rd and goal. Ravens are on the verge of tying the game. And in the most critical play of the game, Taron Johnson comes up with the interception and then takes it all the way 101 yards for the pick six. Oh my gosh. It was just complete euphoria when this happened, completely changing the momentum of the entire game. At that point, the Bills are riding all the momentum, and they're at home. And you saw today, the fans really had an effect today. They were as loud as could be, all 8,700 of them. I'm not sure what the exact number was, but wow, the fans were loud, and I'm really excited that, you know, we get a chance to see fans, as, you know, pretty much all year. We haven't had that opportunity. It's just been, you know, fake crowd noise and stuff. So yeah, you know, what a game this was. And, you know, it's, yeah, very exciting if you're a Bills fan right now. And again, seeing Josh Allen do what he is doing, and considering he's from the Bay Area, grew up a 49ers fan, you know, I could not be more happy for the guy. You know, he's just such a great dude and works so hard out there. And again, you know, this year broke all kinds of franchise records with the Bills, including passing yards. He had over 4,500 passing yards this year, and he's just still so young, and it's going to be very exciting to see him continue to develop and get better going into the future. So yeah, wow. And so let's continue breaking down some of the stats of this game. Stephon Diggs with a phenomenal game for the Bills. What a big trade that was in the offseason to get Stephon Diggs. And I mean, the price was just, it's crazy how, that they were, that they were able to acquire him and, that type of receiver. And, we know what he has done historically in his playoffs. Of course, the famous catch with Minnesota against the Saints. And, this guy has just had some incredible games. And today with 8 catches, 106 yards and 1 touchdown. Josh Brown also with a great game for the Bills. He had 8 catches for 62 yards. And rushing the ball, Bills, they didn't have to rely so much on rushing the ball. This game was a defensive game early on. It looked like, no team was budging. Both defenses were, keeping the score very tight, very close. And then, once the Bills got that big touchdown, they went on that nice drive, the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. They were able to go up 10-3 there in the third quarter. That was, that was when the Bills kind of started to change the momentum. And then, shortly there, of course, the big play from Taron Johnson, the pick 6. So what an exciting play that was. And now looking at the stats for the Ravens in this game. So looking at Lamar Jackson before, he did unfortunately have to leave the game due to a concussion. And our prayers and thoughts go out to Lamar Jackson, praying it's not going to be too serious. He'll be, speedy recovery. On the game, he completed 14 of 24 passes for 162 yards, had no touchdowns, did have the 1 interception. And we look at, for the Ravens rushing the ball, their leading rusher, Gus Edwards, 10 carries for 42 yards. So, again, a big part of the Ravens offense is running the football. That's what they love to do, so well. And, when you have, of course, Lamar Jackson, who can run the football very well, and, you have the running game going, and then, of course, being able to combine that with the passing game, it's a really great offense that they got. And then for J.K. Dobbins, also running back, same thing, had 10 carries for 42 yards. And so, this was, this is, again, the Ravens' identity. They love to run the football. And, I give big credit to the backup coming in. Let's see. Forgot the name's chicken off my head. Right. Oh, yes. So, yeah, Tyler Huntley. What a great performance, him stepping in. He looked very poised out there, veteran, and I was impressed with his performance, coming in right after Lamar, and even, displayed some of the same similar skill sets that Lamar has with being able to run the football, that veteran poised out there, that, staying composed in the moment, that was very impressive. Kind of not surprised what happened tonight. Yeah, welcome in, Sebastian. Great to see you here. Hope you're doing well, and hope everyone's doing great tonight. And yeah, I'm with you. I definitely expected the Bills to be able to take control of this game. And look, I know with the game earlier today, of course, everyone had the Packers winning that. I had a funny feeling. I thought maybe Rams could have a chance. So I'll be the first to admit I was wrong on that prediction. So yeah, please keep in mind, don't make decisions based on what my predictions are. Always kind of do your own, research, and that's what I would suggest always. But when you're, if you're, so yeah. But that is, it's so true. That. Yeah, but what a game for the Bills. Again, they have been so dominating and playing so well, and so that's been, very impressive. I'm going to hydrate here for a sec. And so looking at the receiving stats for the Ravens, Marquise Brown, he had 4 catches for 87 yards, and J.K. Dobbins had 3 catches for 51 yards. And yeah, in this game, again, I feel like the Bills were able to seize control of the momentum and, playing at home and having the energy that the fans brought tonight. I feel like that really was a huge boost to the Bills in this game. And, again, I mean, just what euphoria on the Taron Johnson interception return. That was just so incredibly exciting. And, again, the Bills defense got some big stops in this game, when they had to. And, I thought they did very well in this game. Very impressive. Just 3 points in the game. So, they absolutely shut down that Ravens, which is an explosive offense. We've said how, they can do so many things in the running game. Of course, Lamar Jackson, what he can do with his arm and running the football as well. And, again, it seems like once Lamar Jackson left the game, at that point, I feel like it was going to be very difficult for the Ravens if they were going to have a chance. And, for them, once they fell behind 2 scores, they had to try to get it within 1. And, they were not able to. And again, I'm, very happy for the Bills getting to their first AFC championship since the 1993 season. And just what a season it has been for the Bills. And, just the way that they finished out the year, just playing some of their hottest football, that's what you love to see, going into the playoffs. A lot of times it is the hottest team that sometimes, catches fire and ends up, just going on an insane run. And, that's why sometimes you got to watch out for those teams that are rolling in hot, because sometimes that's kind of the way it goes. And, football and sports is a game of momentum, always trying to seize the momentum of the very next play, next moment, and, trying to win as many of those moments as possible throughout a game. And, being able to have resilience, being able to, fight through adversity in games, especially games where sometimes you feel like there isn't a way to get back in. But when you take that one play at a time approach, and keep yourself poised and in the moment, that is how you have success in these playoff games. And again, this is exciting for, this Bills team to be playing the way that they're playing right now. And I definitely, think that, should if the Chiefs win and we see Bills Chiefs AFC championship, I definitely think, Bills got a good opportunity to knock off the defending Super Bowl champion Chiefs. And again, I'm still not counting out the Cleveland Browns opportunity tomorrow in the AFC divisional playoff. I think the Browns are going to give the Chiefs a run for their money. And it's going to be a fun one. Very exciting. We will get to find out who, the matchups are going to be for Championship Sunday next week. Wow, that is going to be so exciting. And, this season's just been flying by. Time just keeps flying by. It's crazy, and, it seems like this season had just started and here we are. We're already divisional playoff weekend. Next thing you know, the Super Bowl will be, and then the offseason going to roll around. We're going to have free agency, the draft, and we're going to be right back into the grind another season. So, this is, again, for football fans, January, the beginning of the year, the best time of the year when we got playoffs and everything going on. And so, this is, wow, what a day it was. And, I'd love to get your thoughts, reactions. What did you think of this game? And, what are you thinking of the Bills, and moving forward? How do you think they will do? And if they can continue on this run, and we'll see if it can end up in a Super Bowl. I feel like I'm predicting Buffalo against Green Bay. That was my Super Bowl prediction before the playoffs started, and I had Buffalo winning against Green Bay. And I think, with what we saw from Aaron Rodgers earlier today, he looked very impressive. And, this season, of course, having his best year at the age of 37, that is just really, really incredible. And again, I tip my hat off to Rodgers because I feel like a lot of people wrote him off, and, they said that, he's a good quarterback, but again, he's not going to be winning you multiple Super Bowls. But, you're seeing him right now, play his best that he's ever played. And so I give big credit, big props to him. And We got Big E in the house. Welcome in to the show. Great to see you here. Hope you're doing well tonight and hope everyone's having a great night and enjoying your divisional playoff weekend. I'm praying that the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl and win it again. I was born in Missouri, so I have to go for them. Oh yeah, that totally is understandable. And look, Joe Montana did play for the Chiefs, so before the last year and everything, and the Chiefs beating my 49ers in the Super Bowl, I will say that I did technically root for the Chiefs, but things have obviously changed now after the Super Bowl last year. I just cannot go for the Chiefs right now. It's like, and I feel like that's how it is. Sometimes you build these different rivalries with teams depending on matchups in the playoffs. And, I think someone was saying they didn't understand why I was rooting for the Rams against the Packers. But the honesty in that is because, the Packers have beat us in so many NFC championships, I think like a couple. And, we've had some of the biggest matchups with them in the playoffs. And I feel like that rivalry to me is way more intense than what it is with the Rams. The Rams kind of have not been really that good a whole lot. And so to me, that is why, I was going against the Packers in that one and rooting for the Rams today in that game. And so, yeah, definitely, appreciate that comment, Big E. At some point, by the time next season will begin. Absolutely. And, for me, I cannot, that is what I love to hear. And, because for me, I just want it to be next season already. Because, for me, I obviously, I feel like, this season for the 49ers this past year, obviously, a missed opportunity. I feel like if we could have gotten in as a wild card, I feel like that could have been us today. In the Rams position, going up against Green Bay and Lambeau. And I feel like we could have upset the Packers and, went on a deep playoff run. Because, again, we had the number 5 defense. And you saw once we get, we still had all of our, top playmakers this year for what it was, despite all of the injuries. So we move on from this past season. I can't wait for next year and to get back to the grind and to get our guys back, get Bosa, Solomon Thomas, and to just praying for a fully healthy team next year to get back to the grind. And if the Chiefs don't go to the Super Bowl, I'll be going for the Bills. And I'm right now. So I am going for Cleveland right now. That is going to be my probably favorite. Well, right now, like in terms of who I'm rooting for to win the Super Bowl, I'm going for Cleveland right now. Number 2, I'd probably say Bills. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. And so we'll see what's going to happen. Going to be very exciting. Buccaneers versus Saints, going to be an insane matchup. Most definitely. Appreciate this comment, Matthew. And let's talk about the game tomorrow. It's going to be what a matchup. Again, I think 2 of the oldest quarterbacks to ever match up in the playoffs. You got Brady at 43 years old. And you look, I give credit to Brady. I bought his book to try to learn to how he works out, or the mobility training that he does that helps, that helps him out, keep him hit. Because for him, his mobility training, muscle pliability, that's the word I'm looking for. That is what Tom Brady does. If you haven't had a chance to kind of look into that, I highly recommend look into muscle pliability training. It's something that a lot of people disregard. A lot of people, I think they just go to the gym and lift weights and they kind of ignore muscle pliability training. And that's something that has really helped Tom Brady a lot. And something I was trying to learn by reading his book about what this training is and how it's able to keep his body, able to take these insane hits and get right back up. And it's really interesting. We got Grim Phoenix. Welcome in. I am doing great. Enjoying divisional playoff weekend. It's been very exciting and looking forward to the 2 games tomorrow. We got the Bears in the house. Welcome in. Great to see you. Lamar, just faster. Trubinsky. Oh, yeah. Lamar is very impressive. Such an exciting talent, what he can do. And praying for a speedy recovery for him. Of course, unfortunately suffering the concussion today. And we got a prediction. Big E has got the Saints winning. And yeah, I didn't even mention my pick on that one. I think Buccaneers. I know Drew Brees. He's having a phenomenal year, and he's just just like Brady. Him doing what he's doing all these years is very impressive. I think it's going to be very close, but I do think that I think the Buccaneers are going to win that one very close. Let's see. Buffalo Bills did play really good. Congrats to the Bills for the first time since 1993. Absolutely. Again, big shout out to Bills fans out there, to Bills Mafia. Such an exciting time. Again, I remember it was just last year as a 49ers fan. I remember I was at divisional playoff weekend against the Vikings, and then I, got to see my 49ers play the Packers and then go to the Super Bowl. So, it's fresh in my memory just a year ago. And so I can just imagine the euphoria Bills fans are feeling right now. And again, it's going to be a big test, whoever they end up going for. We got Rhymesy in. Appreciate you checking in. Just wanted to drop by, show my support. Thank you so much again. Really appreciate all your support, everyone. And yeah, if you haven't done so, smash out that like button. I really appreciate that. It helps out the channel and helps out the YouTube algorithm, so YouTube can recommend this video to as many football fans out there. And so thank you so much again. We got AFC Championship for the Bills. Yep, it is. What an exciting time. Not sure if him being called a speedy Trubinsky is a compliment. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I think, talking about, Trubinsky, look, it was a struggle. It was a struggle, and hoping he can turn it around. I feel like he did do better towards the end of the year. And, I don't know if he's going to be coming back with the Bears. And so we'll see what is going to happen. But again, so no disrespect on Lamar or anything by that compliment or that comment if I misinterpreted reading it. But I was just kind of looking at the speed. We're talking about, again, the ability to run and be mobile with the football there. Saints will win since Drew Brees' farewell season, I believe. Yeah, that is something to keep in mind too. Definitely, when you have these stories, definitely you can imagine, I'm sure it is pushing these players even to another gear that maybe they don't even know that they can find. And so that is, very exciting. And, so look, I'm going to be going for the Saints in that one. So, it's going to be a good one going against Tom Brady. Cause do not want Tom Brady to get another Super Bowl ring. We'll just let him stay there at 6. So yeah, we'll see what's going to happen tomorrow. Saints will win. Yep. So yeah, thank you again, everyone. Appreciate you checking in to the show. It really means a lot to me reading your comments, and I get so excited, and it's so entertaining, to hear what you all have to say and to be enjoying this weekend together. It's awesome. Buccaneers might be looking for some payback. Absolutely. Like this one. Cause they lost twice. And one of those games was a blowout. It was a blowout. I remember, I think it was like a Sunday night game. And I was expecting a fun game. I mean, when I watch these primetime games throughout the year, I hope to see a good game, unless, of course, it's my 49ers. I hope we blow out every opponent, but in case if I'm watching the other teams, I like to see close games and exciting finishes. And so, that was a blowout, one of those games on primetime. And so you can imagine Buccaneers are, looking to get some payback for that. And it's going to be, really intriguing matchup tomorrow. And it will be the third matchup. And so, Saints got to prove that they can get the sweep, for the third win against them. Got Grim Phoenix. I know my Colts have already been eliminated by the Bills, but I give a lot of credit to them. I outplayed us. In fact, I picked the Bills over the Colts because I thought they were going to kill us. Oh yeah, this appreciate this comment, Grim, and again, congrats to your Colts on a great season. I thought Phil Rivers did such a great job for you guys, and to take you to the playoffs, and look, you did have a great chance in that game against the Bills, and yeah, I think you are definitely looking at the positives that could have easily been like a blowout against the Bills, but the fact that you guys were in that game and it was very close, and this Bills team, again, you saw how they made the Ravens look like poop today. They made them look like diddly poo today. So that is impressive, to hang with the Bills. And so, yeah, I think the Colts are going to come back even stronger than ever after a good year this year. So, yeah, good luck to you in the future and everything. You're welcome for the support. You've worked so hard to grow your channel for a while. Thank you. I really appreciate this. And these types of comments are, they really mean so much to me. And, it really pushes me to keep putting out content, and I enjoy it so much. And you guys make it so much fun, engaging with the videos and commenting and, being a part of the family here. And so, yeah, it's just awesome. Appreciate that. So, yeah, we're going to be wrapping up the show here. It has been a fun one. But before we do, we are going to get to our picks of the game. So feel free, if you would like, to let me know in that comment section your pick of the game. And yeah, also I wanted to say, I am hoping to get better in terms of editing in the future for my videos. And so, once I can get, a better laptop to edit and get some software and kind of take the time out to learn, definitely get, something that I got in the plans here. So, just trying to, get feedback, of course, ways that I can grow the channel better, or even ideas from you guys and girls out there. Really appreciate it, all your support. And so, yeah, it means the world to me. And yeah, we're just going to keep growing, and, hopefully we can, again, just keep growing as much as possible and inspire the rest of the world. And so yeah, that is, that's what we're trying to do. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. However, I feel like I don't trust Phillip Rivers because he is going to be too old, and just because inconstant quarterback. Yeah, I would agree. I think Phillip Rivers is getting old, so I think Colts, definitely got to go in a younger direction. And, I definitely think you put in, a solid young QB. I think he can, orchestrate the offense very well. And the Colts, they can, again, you got your guys' defense looking good, of course. DeForest Buckner on that defensive line, just amazing. So, yeah, it's going to be intriguing to see what the Colts do. And if Phillip Rivers is going to get the starting job next year, or, will the Colts elect to go to a younger QB? And so, yeah, let's make our picks. So I am going to take Stephon Diggs for his incredible performance, 8 catches for 106 yards and 1 touchdown. His touchdown was key. It gave the Bills a 10-3 lead, and that was in the third quarter. I think about 4 or 5 minutes left. And, at that point in the game, again, it had been a very big defensive game from both sides. And, that was a big momentum changing play when the Bills went on that nice drive there and finished it up with the Stephon Diggs touchdown. So he is my pick of the game, and it seems like he is just coming up with insane playoff moments. Even going back on my channel, you can remember the insane catch, the game-ending play against the Saints at the Minnesota Dome there. That was just so incredible and so crazy. And Stephon Diggs always getting it done when it matters in the playoffs. And let's see, next season it is Jacoby Brissett time. Come on, let's go. Yeah, absolutely. Good luck to you and your Colts, Grim Phoenix. And we'll see how everything goes next season. So yeah, my pick for the game is Stephon Diggs. So feel free, if you would like, to let me know your picks in the comment section. We would appreciate that. And so, yeah, we're going to be wrapping up. If you're just now joining the show, feel free, if you'd like, you can rewind, start from the beginning here, and enjoy all of the exciting action. We broke everything down in this game. So for a quick recap, the big just euphoric play was the Taron Johnson 101-yard interception return for a touchdown. I mean, that was just completely euphoric and crazy. Again, that moment in that game, completely changed. Absolutely, it was just insane. I mean, that was the play of the game because, at that point in the game, the Bills, the Ravens, they're down just one score. They're rallying. They're potentially on the verge of tying the game. And then they, the pick six from Taron Johnson going 101 yards puts the Bills up by 2 scores. And then from there, they're able to hold things in the fourth quarter. So very impressive. And yeah, good luck to the Bills in the AFC Championship. We got Thomas Granelli checking in to the show. So great to see you here. How are you doing, my man? Hope you're doing well, and hope everyone is doing well tonight and enjoying your divisional playoff weekend. The Bills will lose to the Chiefs in the championship game. Prediction here, I see. Yeah. So, I can see where you're coming from there. Yeah, Chiefs, of course, you seem very unstoppable. And, we'll see what's going to happen. And very likely they will knock off Cleveland tomorrow. I do think Cleveland, I think they can put up a decent fight tomorrow. So we'll see. And appreciate that. Love to hear everyone's predictions. Always really incredible. And so, yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. If it's Bills Chiefs, I think it's going to be a very spirited battle and will come down to the very end. And it'll be whoever can make the most plays, plays. That's what it will come down to, as always. Taron Johnson is an absolute beast. Give that man a game ball. Absolutely. And, I can just imagine the euphoric that he's feeling. Again, that is probably one of the most, franchise changing plays in Bills history that we saw tonight. When you consider that tonight was their first AFC championship game since 1993, and that play arguably changed the momentum of the game to the Bills' favor when it seemed like the Ravens were rallying and going to have an opportunity to come back. And so absolutely, Taron Johnson gets the game ball and one of the most exciting, iconic plays in Bills history. And, well-deserved for those Bills fans. And again, it is just crazy. The fans, they were taking their shirt off at the end of the game in freezing cold weather. These fans are crazy in a good way. You just love to see it. So, the energy that they brought tonight was so impressive. Let me hydrate real quick for a sec. And see, I was looking through some of your old videos and saw that you play Smash Bros. Just curious if you still play. Yeah, I actually do. I still play with my friends usually. We get together and, we play like 6 or 7 player Smash. And so, Super Smash Brothers is the best. And so, yeah, I'm a big Nintendo fan. If you see, I played a lot of Nintendo games back in the day. I have a cool video on the channel of when I went with my friends to the 3DS midnight launch. I believe in the 49ers next season. We'll be back next season. Believe in your team, bro. Thank you so much for this. I really appreciate it. Grim Phoenix means a lot, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. I really believe we're going to be right back as, one of the top teams in the NFC and making a deep run in the playoffs. And I definitely believe we can get back to the Super Bowl. So I'm just so pumped to see what we do in free agency. Hopefully we can retain a lot of the key free agents, like Jason Verrett, for example. He is going to be huge to re-sign. And so getting, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. And then with the draft coming up, what we're going to end up doing. So yeah, it's going to be very exciting. And, that's all you can't, the most exciting thing is when, you look forward to that next season. Once your team, of course, is, out of the playoff race, then you kind of look, you get excited for the next season. And of course, once we get through the Super Bowl, I think time is just going to go by fast. And next thing you know will be free agency, the draft, and then we're going to be getting to preseason. So it's going to be exciting. And so, yeah, we're going to be wrapping up. Thank you again so much, everyone. And if you haven't done so, please smash up that like button. It really helps out the channel and helps grow the channel and helps out the YouTube algorithm so that YouTube can recommend this video to as many Bills fans, Ravens fans, and football fans out there. So thank you so much again, everyone, for your support. And smash up that subscriber button if you haven't done so you can stay up to date on all the latest sports breaking news. We'll be doing post-game reactions, be sharing live in-game reactions. And so, yeah, we're going to be doing it all here at SF Bay Area Sports Talk. I like the 49ers because they have the best momentum and they're prolific in franchise history. I give a lot of respect to your team, bro. Thank you so much for this. Really means a lot, especially when, in football, I mean, we all know sometimes how, sometimes, fans can get rowdy. And I feel like at the end of the day, it's all about respect. We love rooting against certain teams and we admire other teams. And so, yeah, you got to appreciate greatness when you see greatness. And, even for me, when, like, for example, the Seahawks, we all know, I despise the Seahawks, don't like them that much. But, you got to give respect to Russell Wilson with how great he is. And so, so yeah, this means a lot getting this comment. So thank you. Really means a lot to me. And so, yeah, thank you again, everyone. We're going to be wrapping up. We will see you next time. Going to be doing post-game shows after every playoff game throughout the rest of the playoffs. So definitely have that notification bell turned on. So once I'm live, you have a chance to check in to the show. And so, yeah, it means a lot. Thank you, everyone. We will see you next time. Have a fantastic rest of your night. Strive for greatness, and we'll see you later. Take care. Have a great one.